You see them flashing over highways and glowing in convenience store windows. The billion-dollar lottery jackpot is a ubiquitous American promise. The idea that a single ticket can instantly deliver unimaginable wealth. If a private bank or a corporation advertised a billion-dollar return to consumers, but only ever delivered a fraction of that amount in cash, the Federal Trade Commission would shut them down for deceptive advertising by the end of the week. Yet, the very same government that enforces those consumer protection laws is running a massive marketing campaign that does exactly that. For over 3 decades, state lotteries have operated under a completely different set of rules. We are going to look at the exact math behind these drawings and build the framework for a massive class action lawsuit against the Multi-State Lottery Association, based entirely on the legal doctrine of fraudulent inducement. Playing the numbers is a mathematically terrible bet on its own. But selling those tickets using theoretical, inflated payouts makes it a state-sanctioned confidence game, extracting billions of dollars from the public using tactics that are strictly prohibited in the private sector. Let's start with Exhibit A, the math. When you see a 9-figure or billion-dollar number flashing on a sign, that's the gross advertised jackpot. This chart illustrates the actual payout structure. That tall billion-dollar bar shrinks the moment a winner chooses the lump sum payout, which over 95% of grand prize winners do. That choice triggers the cash option reduction, instantly slashing the actual available pool down to $422 million. Then comes the IRS. Lottery winnings are treated as ordinary income. A payout this large drops you directly into the highest tax bracket, meaning federal tax withholding immediately shears off another 37%. You are left with roughly $266 million. The winner actually pockets just 26.6% of the number printed on the billboard. The advertised jackpot is a theoretical maximum payout. It is a fabricated number designed exclusively to inflate ticket sales, completely divorced from the cash reality of the game. In any other industry, selling a product based on a known, impossible return is classified as fraudulent inducement. This brings up an obvious, massive question. If the winner only has access to $422 million of the advertised billion-dollar cash value, who pockets the $578 million difference? The answer is the annuity spread. If a winner decides they want the full $1 billion, they have to wait 30 years to collect it all. During those 3 decades, the principal generates massive investment returns and interest. The Multi-State Lottery Association purchases a portfolio of U.S. Treasury securities to fund those future payments. If you take the cash up front, the lottery and the insurance companies managing those bonds quietly capture that future growth for themselves. The lottery markets a 30-year timeline to justify printing a massive number on their tickets. It ensures they can keep the majority of the money as their own investment yield, while handing the winner a heavily discounted fraction. State lotteries defend this monopoly with a moral shield. They claim that the billions of dollars extracted from players go directly toward funding public schools. Let's look at Texas as an investigative baseline. Over the past 28 years, the Texas lottery has generated roughly $37 billion in revenue. Despite that massive influx of cash, lottery funds make up a staggering 3% of the total Texas education budget. The overwhelming majority of the money never reaches a classroom. It is swallowed by retailer commissions, administrative operating expenses, and unaudited bureaucratic operations. This lack of accountability has triggered intense political fallout. State lawmakers and the Attorney General are actively investigating the Lottery Commission amid allegations of misappropriation, courier company fraud, and executive resignations. The education funding narrative is highly effective marketing. It justifies an operation where 97% of school funding comes from entirely different sources, while billions in ticket sales vanish into the state general fund. Even if someone manages to navigate the payout math, claiming the ticket triggers a massive public liability crisis. Look at the timeline for the 30-year payout. If a winner dies early into this annuity curve, their family owes immediate federal estate taxes on the hundreds of millions of dollars they haven't actually received yet. Lacking the liquid cash to pay the IRS creates a financial catastrophe. To mitigate these risks, winners must surrender a significant percentage of their wealth to specialized legal teams. They have to establish blind trusts and LLCs long before they ever step forward, purely to shield their identities from public records and frivolous lawsuits. Winning a jackpot requires absolute analytical rigor. It operates like a hostile corporate acquisition that forces individuals to spend millions of dollars up front just to protect themselves from public exposure and tax ruin. A single billion-dollar winner has a legitimate legal argument to sue for the hundreds of millions of dollars they never received. But the true victims are the millions of working-class citizens who purchase tickets week after week. They have funded this operation for over 3 decades, based entirely on a deliberate omission of the truth. State lotteries must be held to the exact same Federal Trade Commission truth in advertising standards that they ruthlessly enforce on private businesses. The billboards need to stop promoting a mathematical illusion. They should be required to display the actual post-tax cash payout that is legally available to the citizens buying the tickets. Until the government stops playing by separate rules, the multi-state lottery will remain the most successful, legally protected confidence scheme in American history.